For weeks, we've been talking about New York City Mayor Eric Adams' decision to slash the number of cops in the Big Apple. Now, the mayor saying New York City is simply spending too much money on the migrant crisis. And we are already seeing the effects of the mayor's decision. One of our Newsmax family members assaulted in a New York City subway station yesterday afternoon. Here to share her personal story is my sweet friend, correspondent Christina Thompson. Christina, thanks for joining us. I know it was a scary incident for you, and I admire your courage for sharing your experience. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, not just me, but I was with Charla, so McBride, who is the host of Wake Up America as well. We were standing on the subway train, our platform, the F train. We just wanted to go to Macy's to look at some holiday windows, see some sequins and sparkles. And I was just talking to her. We were having a conversation, and then out of nowhere, a man just charges at us and shoves me towards the train tracks to try to push me onto the tracks of the subway. And I mean, it's almost a little bit like awkward and a bit uncomfortable to talk about because, you know, we love to be very strong professional women, and you never think that you would become sort of the victim to this terrible rampant crime that we're seeing across our city right now. And the fact that it just happened out of nowhere, out of the blue, on a subway that I take every single day, in the middle of the afternoon, during a Christmas season when there's so many tourists around. Mind-blowing. There were so many people, too, and no one intervened.
That's what I was going to say. What did people on the platform do? Were there any uniformed officers nearby who you could have spoken to?
No, there weren't. There were no uniformed officers nearby. I believe that we saw someone when we first entered the station, but, you know, you go underground and you walk down ramps and stairs to get to the specific subway platforms. There was no police officers nearby whatsoever. I've reached out to the transit police to try to file a report since when it happened. Someone, after he ran away, after he yelled obscenities at us, after he threatened to punch Charla, after he threatened to push me again and finish what he had tried to do to get me down onto the train tracks, he eventually just kind of sulked away, and someone said, "You should tell an officer." And I said, "What officer?"
Yeah, where?
Where?
You know, what's interesting, the first thing that I asked you is, was it a homeless person? Was it someone who looked dangerous? And your answer surprised me.
I think it surprised me, too. I think that's why I was so in shock when it happened, because no, he didn't look homeless to me. A very well-kept, well-dressed man, very tall. He looked nothing like the kind of person that you would, quote unquote, in your mind think up to do something like this. But I think that just points to just how rampant the drug issue is, the crime issue is. There's so many people living in the city right now who are just partaking in terrible, awful things, and it no longer fits the bill of who you might think it would be. So my advice to everyone on the subway is to be wary of everyone around you when you're traveling, no matter if you're in New York, anywhere you're taking public transit. Just constantly be aware of your surroundings. And we were just chatting, having a conversation, so I wasn't, unfortunately.
And Christina, we're just about out of time, but very quickly, you did something that really impressed me, because I understand you could be in shock in that moment, in that time, but as the man was then yelling at Charla, you started thinking what? And this is the message that I want you to share with our viewers here before we say goodbye.
So I normally carry pepper spray. My jacket had been pulled by TSA when I was traveling just a week before, so they took my pepper spray. But my message would be, don't do what I did. Immediately find new pepper spray, get it in your pocket, carry something that can protect you. While he was yelling at Charla, I was silently thinking to myself, what's the best position I can put myself in? If I need to kick him, where can I kick him? What vulnerable parts on his body can I hit right now if he starts to attack us? He was so much larger than both of us. I mean, Charla's a little, like, 5'1", cute little spitfire. I was so appreciative that she stood up for me, but it was also very scary. And my message for Mayor Eric Adams would be, make it legal for women to buy pepper spray in New York City. We are sitting ducks on the subway down there. We have no protection. And there was men standing around me and no one intervened to try to stop it. You need to make it so we can protect ourselves. We can legally carry and purchase pepper spray.
All right, I'm going to leave it there. Christina Thompson, I admire your courage, and also thanks so much for sharing your story. I know it was a tough day for you, and we're glad that you're okay.